This was a great game between two foes who increased the intensity from game one. This series should have been set at 3 games. The game lived up to its heavyweight billing. The Irish started as the better team, going up 10-0 before the Springboks could put any points on the board. The men from Ireland went into the break leading 13-8, the same final score as the game in the World Cup group stages. The Boks entered the second half like men on a mission, possibly back from the principal's office. Hendra Pollard, with his boot, got the Boks within touching distance before 2 drop goals from Kieran Frawley ensured that the Irish would go home the happier of the two after forced changes. The final score 24-25 to Ireland. Let's dive into the winners and losers. Red Zone Tony Brown, the Boks camped quite a few times in the Irish 22, and with so many entries, they should have had more joy than just penalties. Rassie Erasmus is as smart as they come, and credit to him, observers only see the masterpiece when it is done. He is possibly painting his greatest masterpiece. His time at the helm has produced must-see TV because of the closeness of most of the games he has played and the desperation shown by his charges when it really mattered. He has been on the right side of the margins of victory. This series has shown the need for supporters to be patient with the new attack as the Boks need to improve their return percentage in the red zone. The grind and reliance on physicality are a lottery in a long-term tournament due to teams fronting up, and Rassie knows they need other ways to show their dominance. Sosha Feinberg-Ngomezulu. Last week, Rassie said that maybe Sosha deserved more minutes, and this week he had 70 to prove himself, and he was outstanding. Exciting with the ball in hand and a great kicking game, he almost made you forget that he is the third-choice fullback. South Africa is faced with a Richie Mo'unga and Beauden Barrett situation here with Hendra and Sosha. Where do you invest, in the bank or the stock market? Players like Sosha are the backs. With Willem's possible return and changes in the rules around substitutions, Sosha is likely to have a big say leading up to the next World Championships. Irish backs. James Lowe and Jamie Osborne. James Lowe is class. He had a rollercoaster game last week, but this week was more upward trajectory. He did a lot of things right and, for me, was my man of the match. He is not the fastest winger, but he is perhaps the most hardworking. He is a joy to watch and looks like he is always having fun. Jamie Osborne played like a seasoned campaigner and, unlike a 12 that moved to 15 at the international level, he was brilliant under the high ball and took a strength from the Boks. He is a great find in this tour. Hendra Pollard, the double World Cup winner, was not even in the top 5 rated 10s in the Premiership, probably due to points docked for his attacking game. If you have anything you care about on the line, he is your guy. But as we alluded to earlier when we spoke about Rassie's need to improve the attack with Tony Brown, you will not always have the team emotionally charged, and you will need your fly halves to produce a bit of magic to get you through. Without Willie Leroux, he was found wanting. He looks like a better 12 than a 10 at the moment, but count him out at your own peril. Ireland fans, the Irish public came expecting a side that has only lost 4 times in their last 25 games and have hardly lost back-to-back. The fans, though outnumbered, would have been the happier of the two in Durban. Caelan Doris, captain, my captain. It was a huge call by Andy Farrell to drop Peter O'Mahony, but it paid dividends as there was better balance and James Ryan stealing a few lineouts. The captain lost the referee battle last week but improved this week. He was lucky to only get a yellow card for a challenge on Malcolm Marx with a crocodile roll challenge, but otherwise, he led his charges in meeting the Boks at the enemy line. With the changing of guards in the Irish camp, Doris is surely going to be instrumental in all that is good that will come out of Ireland. The Irish media are known to be very bullish, but coming into this week, they were very subdued in their predictions and expected the task to be a tall order. However, the performance would likely make them proud and more optimistic about the future. The South African media are usually good at not giving the opposition whiteboard material, but when a reporter asked the Irish coach if they thought they had a chance, you just knew that question would have been on replay. You would not blame them, as the Boks look like invincibles. Last week, they did not play well, and they won, looking to improve from the previous game. The Rugby Championship teams, apart from the soul-searching Pumas, the Wallabies and All Blacks, won both of their games in the series. The Wallabies were opportunistic, while the All Blacks were pragmatic. To be fair to Scott Robertson, he is building up some goodwill. The Rugby Championship sides will be licking their lips at the style of play that the Boks are displaying, as it's more akin to Super Rugby and would play to their strengths. World Rugby rules: the rugby lawmakers are tasked with ensuring that the game moves forward and that it grows. Some have lobbied and led you to believe that tries are what spectators are searching for, but that is far from the truth. The formula has always been simple: make the games competitive and you are sure to get the crowd in. This obsessive wave to tinker and change the game is counterproductive. Rassie and Xbox coach Jacques Nienaber have been at pains to stress to viewers alike that the 6-2 split or 7-1 split is a risk, and in this test match, it proved so with an early injury to Willie Leroux, which meant that the backline players could not be substituted. Let the kids play. Kieran Frawley, come at the hour, come at the man. Fly half is the most well-compensated position on the field, and rightfully so, as it is the most high-profile position too. More often than not, it will decide the game, and poor fly half play is almost impossible to overcome. If you rewind to the Champions Cup final against Toulouse, the Leinster boy could not convert when a drop goal was needed to win the game. But in Durban, under the headlights, he did not stare at them like a deer and put not only one but two between the posts to win it for Ireland. There are questions over Ireland at the fly half position with Crowley, who did not put all doubts to bed with his performances. It means that he has left the door open for Frawley, who would have gained a lot of confidence that he can produce. Rassie Erasmus: does Rassie ever lose? He has gained so much faith and love from the Saffers that even in a loss, the believers would quickly let you know it's all part of the plan. An unchanged lineup meant Rassie meant business by showing his hand that he wanted a win over experimentation that we are used to. These two games have left more questions than answers. It did not help with the disruptions due to injuries during the game to the workhorse lock Franco Mostert and the ever-dependable fullback Willie Leroux. One thing about him is that he keeps things interesting, and you are unlikely to find an insurance company that will underwrite a bet against him. Andy Farrell: credit to Farrell for the changes that he made and tactics after the surprise from last week in getting the boys ready to play. They would have been forgiven for producing a performance that represented the final game after a long season, but that was not the case. Strong decisions like dropping Peter O'Mahony and Bundy Oki showed what a shrewd operator he is. He will be more pleased to take a sabbatical heading to the Lions with a win. Fringe players: with a loss comes more reflection, and there are many players knocking at the door. The game against Portugal will be a chance for these fringe players to stake their claim and make a case for more permanent inclusion in the squad. This is an opportunity for them to showcase their skills, determination, and readiness to step up when called upon. Players who have been on the periphery will be eager to impress the coaching staff and fans alike, demonstrating that they can contribute significantly to the team's success. Their performances in such matches can sometimes be the difference between being a squad player and becoming a regular starter. The upcoming game is crucial for them to seize the moment and prove their worth on the international stage, potentially altering the team dynamics and selection considerations for future important fixtures.